Hello and welcome to Food Fusion. I'm Charles Mathison. In this podcast, I bring you the world of food, lifestyle, and travel. I'm continuing my series on living into enough. For me, this means how we untangle success from accumulation and learn to measure our lives with values that actually matter to us. Today, I'm diving into something that quietly eats at our sense of peace: constant digital connection. But I won't stop there because how we relate to our devices often mirrors how we relate to our diets. So, yes, we're going to be talking about screens and snacks. So, in our world of 24/7 access, it's easy to forget that our attention is one of the most valuable resources. Every ping, every scroll, every endless loop of videos chips away at our ability to be present with ourselves, with others, and with what truly matters to us. And over time, that overstimulation becomes normal. You feel busy but unfocused, tired but wired, full but somehow still hungry. That's no accident. Just like we can fall into automatic, reactive patterns with our screens, we can do the same with food. You pick up your phone without thinking, just like you grab that snack without checking in with your body. You scroll to feel comfort or escape, just like you might eat to soothe or stress boredom. You consume, but never quite feel nourished. So here's the question: what happens when we pause? What happens when we step back from the digital noise and also look closely at what's on our plates? The answer: we start noticing again. The observations became apparent to me after reading the book The Siren's Call by Chris Matthews. It takes a deep dive in attention and the quote, attention economy. I recommend you check it out. It's an excellent book. It's a superb read. Really, really changed my outlook on social media and how I spend my time in, I'd say, the most radical way possible. Let's start with the digital detox. Here are 3 small ways to begin. Delay the scroll. And I can talk about this because I have reduced my social media consumption, I'm not kidding, by about 95%. So delay the scroll. Give yourself phone-free minutes each day. Replace screen time with stillness, stretching, or setting your intentions for the day. You can turn off your phone when you're not using it. I do that, and it's been doing wonders for me at work in terms of productivity. When I turn off my phone, I know for certain I can't become distracted by it. I can get a lot more work done and have time to spare at the end of the workday. Just 1 hour without a device can reset your nervous system. I'm telling you, it has worked for me, and maybe it'll work for you. You can take a walk, cook dinner without background noise. Give yourself time to think and just be. I'm a lover of morning and evening walks. They're very cleansing for me, and it really calms me down. You can also turn off the non-essential notifications. No one needs to be notified about every group chat message or flash sale. Protect your peace like it's a premium piece of real estate, because it is. I've significantly lowered my notification count. I now catch up on the day's news when I go to bed. So when I'm in bed, that's the time I do my Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and all that stuff. Now, here's where this flows beautifully into your food life. Try treating your diet like your digital space with the same intention. Every so often, do a food detox. Not a crash cleanse, no deprivation, but an inventory. So ask, what am I reaching for on autopilot? What foods help me feel energized, clear, and balanced? What am I consuming because I'm hungry? And what am I consuming because I'm unconscious? It's not about rules, it's about awareness. Try one mindful meal a day. No phone, no TV, just you and your food. Notice the flavors, the textures, the feeling of fullness. You might find that just like your screen habits, your food habits have been running on autopilot, and that by tuning back in changes everything. Digital detoxing and dietary awareness are two sides of the same coin. They're both about choosing enough over excess, presence over distraction, intentionality over impulse. When you stop consuming mindlessly, you start living meaningfully. Let's talk about snacks. If you have a habit of snacking, especially if the foods you eat don't fill you up, change the snacks. When it comes to snacks, I think people have cravings that result in snacking, and often snacking on the wrong things. For example, I often have cravings for sugar. To fill that craving, sometimes I will go into a phase where I'm drinking alcohol a lot for the sugar, or I'll eat a lot of gummy worms, gummy bears, and all those gummy candies. What happens is that when I eat these foods as snacks, the amount of sugar I get is so high that I get a sugar high, and then I crash, and then I want more sugar. Then, because these foods don't fill me up, I eat a lot. What I realized recently is that I need to complement my sugar cravings with foods that also make me feel satiated. For example, I eat a lot of mangoes now. I love mango, fresh or dried. It's a go to fruit for me. It gives me that satiated feeling while at the same time giving me the sugar I need. I also like to snack on salty foods. I love potato chips and french fries. What I notice with potato chips is that when I eat it, it tastes good, but I never feel satiated after eating it. What I would sometimes do is eat a lot of potato chips, hoping to feel full. All that happens is that my weight fluctuates. I'm taking a lot of sodium and not feeling very good afterwards. What I started to do recently is to cook protein dense grains like barley and farro in broth. I get the saltiness that I crave as well as the feeling of fullness. It's so much more healthy because I'm getting the fiber and nutrition that I need from a much smaller portion of food. I only need to eat about 7 to 8 tablespoons of barley to feel full. Not to mention, it tastes delicious when cooked in chicken or beef broth. These two examples I brought up highlight living into enough. It's eating enough to give you the nutrition and the satiety that you need while at the same time providing the flavor you crave. So today I invite you to unplug and also unprocess. Step away from the screen, check in with your plate, and ask yourself, what am I really hungry for? Because often the answer isn't more information or more snacks. It's peace, purpose, connection, and clarity. 2025 has officially entered its food as therapy era. People are eating for mental wellness now. We're talking nootropics, adaptogens, and functional mushrooms. And no, none of them are magic. Let's break it down. First up, nootropics, aka the smart food. Natural ones like L-theanine, ginseng, and lion's mane mushrooms are popping up in everything from coffee to smoothies. Lion's mane is especially popular. It looks like a fuzzy white brain puff, and it's believed to boost memory and focus. Basically, it's the mushroom that whispers, "You did lock that door." Then we've got adaptogens. Think of these as stress bouncers. So we have ashwagandha, rhodiola, and reishi help your body chill when life's doing the most. And here's a fun fact. Meghan Markle is into adaptogenic lattes. And honestly, if a duchess needs coping, so do I. And yes, functional mushrooms are overachievers. Lion's mane for focus, reishi for relaxation, cordyceps for energy. At this point, I expect them to file my taxes. These ingredients are showing up in teas, bars, chocolate, even sparkling drinks. The grocery store is starting to look like a wellness retreat. And honestly, I'm here for it. So if you're out here trying to feel more balanced, focused, or just less chaotic, maybe your next snack should come with a side of serenity. That's it for today's episode. If you like Food Fusion, please subscribe, share, hit the like button wherever you're listening to this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.